So we got a data definition defined. We got a blueprint. We got a schema for our product. Mongoose now also works with so-called models. And the model is also what we'll export here. So I can already say module exports. And now what I want to export is Mongoose model. Now model is a function I call, and a model basically is important for Mongoose behind the scenes to connect a schema, a blueprint, with a name, basically. So here you give that model a name, and that name here would be product. Typically you name it here like this, with a capital starting character, and then simply just, well, the name of the entity this reflects in your project or in your application. The second argument then is the schema, so in my case, that product schema we defined. And this model is what I export because this model is what we'll work with in our code. So with that model defined here, we can now move over to the admin controller where we have post add product where we do save a new product. And there indeed I want to create a new product and then I want to be able to save that. Now for that we can basically keep the code we have here. We still import product from our models folder from the product file because I do export a model here and we can basically use it just in the way I used it here. One adjustment is required though. To the product constructor, we don't pass multiple arguments like this. Instead, we pass one argument only, and that one argument is a JavaScript object where we map the different values we defined in our schema. So here I would map the title to the title, and you basically now have to go through all the fields you defined in the schema. The order does not matter though, since it's in a JavaScript object. So you then map, let's say, price to price, you map description to description, and you map image URL to image URL. And just in case you're wondering, the part on the right side of the colon, so title, price, description, image URL, refers to the data you receive in your controller action, and the part on the left side of the colon refers to the keys you defined in your schema, so to these things. And now with this creates a new product based on our model and therefore a product managed by Mongoose, you could say. And indeed, such a product happens to have, or such a model happens to have a save method, now provided by Mongoose. That's really important. This is not defined by us. In the product model, we define no save method. We did before, but this is commented out. So we're not defining a save method. This save method here is coming from Mongoose. And then we can indeed call then on that. Technically, we don't get a promise, but Mongoose still gives us a then method. It also still gives us a catch method we can call. And therefore, this code should actually continue to work. Let's see if that is the case. And let's head over to our application and click on Add Product. Now, I do get an error from app.js because there I of course still use my user model. Let me comment that out and let me comment it out here. Let me comment out that entire middleware. For now we have no user and otherwise all requests will break for now. So let's remove all that user related stuff in the app.js file, this middleware and the user model import. And with that removed, let's try reloading that add product page. And obviously we need to import the route again. So we should do that. Not only the get route, but also the post route. So make sure you re-add both admin add product routes. This was the wrong one. This one is required. So make sure you have the get and the post add product route added again, because we manipulated these two admin controller actions. And now with that, finally, if I click on add product, this works. And now let's test this. Let's test a test product with some price, some image. Does this work? Click add product. We get a page not found because we can't load any other pages. That is okay. In the code, I can't see an error, but a got created product, which looks good. And in Compass, let's refresh by clicking that icon top left. And I connected to the wrong URL. I'll fix that. Therefore, I'm connected to the test database instead of the shop database. But theoretically, it worked. Theoretically, we got a products collection with the product added. Now, where is the products collection coming from, you might be wondering, by the way, because we never defined that name. Well, Mongoose takes your model name, so product, turns it to all lowercase, and takes the plural form of that. And that will then be used as a collection name. So this is why our product here has a great impact, because it was used for naming this collection. And here we see the data we entered. So this is working. That's all great. I will still drop this collection here and quickly fix my connection settings in app.js at the bottom of the file. Here, I do connect to the test database. I don't want to do that. I'll connect to the shop database instead, just as we did it before. And with this tiny change, if I now go back to my application and I try adding this again, a book. Now let's use that book URL I used before. Must read, and click add product. Now this still works in the same way it did before, but now if I refresh here, my data is saved in the shop database and they're in the products collection. So this is looking really good. We're now able to save data through Mongoose.